360, copy.
Hello, backseaters. I'm just going to give it a few more minutes here for other people to join. Welcome to Live on Patrol on Monday, February 10th here.
Can you check all channels, see if we have a Spanish-speaking officer that can assist me at HQ?
You are with Undersheriff Mike Martin, riding in the Tahoe.
Checking for a Spanish speaker that can assist at HQ.
And unfortunately, Steve Leiden is not able to join us again today. My partner bailed on me, but he's got a good excuse. So we'll let it go this time. But next time, I don't know what we're going to have to do. We are about to turn here onto westbound University Avenue, and we're going to head down here under 35E and over by Regents Hospital in the Capitol. I'm going to gotta see here if this call's still pending. There was a call pending when I just signed on. Oh, it looks like a squad took it, but we'll head up that way for now. Just to make sure the squad's code 4, but I think they will be. We're going to head up here on Jackson, just north of the state capitol. For those of you who are new to Live on Patrol, we are in Ramsey County and the capital city is St. Paul in Minnesota. The time here is 4:14. And as I said, we're sick. Ramsey County has about 500,000 residents, and a good portion of those are in the city of St. Paul. But we also are the primary responders for 7 contract cities in the county, and maybe we'll visit several of them. We got a complaint of someone walking in the street into traffic, and I'm pretty sure it's our old friend Susie, so we're just gonna make sure that she's safe and try to get her out of the traffic up here if she's still in traffic.
Squad to back, 1056 DeSoto Street. On a disorderly client that was removed from the sober home is back on scene, making threats. 605 male, 6'4", in belt, wearing a black jacket over a blue sweatsuit.
It hasn't been too busy today, but just kind of steady. And we did have a person with a weapon call in Little Canada. And the officers were trying to, or deputies, I'm sorry, were trying to talk the guy off his apartment balcony. exhibited a tremendous amount of patience, which is good. And we're able to resolve the situation for now, so. Alright, I don't see our friend up here. But
380, can you go to 4?
we will see. I'm on kind of a bumpy road, so if you're hearing a lot of bumping and rattling, it's because of where we are. I think I've resolved the vehicle issues that were causing rattling, but
We'll take that domestic encounter.
part of the problem I have is
Caller heard a female yelling for help and was yelling for Joe. We advised one of our callers as a neighbor and said the male is the one that's name is Joe and she knows they own a gun.
Suspension on this police pursuit rated Tahoe is very tight, and so you don't get a lot of give, and it bounces a lot when I hit potholes or whatnot. And I don't know why this person's driving in reverse here, but they are.
New message.
I'm just gonna talk to him quick. What's going on?
Yeah, my car says the drive doesn't
The drive doesn't work?
work.
Okay, are you gonna park somewhere?
Yeah, we're right here, sir.
Okay, alright, just be careful.
All right, sorry.
Alright, yep. Not good to be driving your car when it won't go into drive, it only goes in reverse. But he's just backed up on the curb there. His house was apparently right there, so I'm not gonna make a guy who's dealing with that issue's problems worse. So anyway, I'll chalk that up to just another one of the weird things that we see. So we're on Magnolia. We're approaching Rice Street here. And I'm just going to go south here and make sure our friend is not playing in traffic down here on Rice Street. It has gotten really cold again here. We got a good amount of snow over the weekend. And anywhere from 5, 6, 7 inches, depending on where you are in the Twin Cities. But now it's cooled down again. It's 14 degrees right now, but it's supposed to get down tomorrow. So I would just go into hibernation like the bears do, but I got meetings tomorrow, and I don't think that would be an acceptable excuse to say I'm just going to hibernate until the weather gets warmer. So we're on Rice Street, southbound from front. Quick shout out to Molly if you're watching. My sister-in-law Molly. She's a very dedicated backseater. So Minneapolis had a couple homicides over the weekend, wide and one on the north side. I'm not really sure the details, but they're doing everything they can with emaciated staffing that they have over there. You can hear I have the radio on, so if anything happens in St. Paul or Ramsey County or metro-wide or statewide, emergencies, chases, etc., you will hear it. But right now, it's the Q word. It's relatively quiet.
Disregard.
I don't know who watched the Super Bowl.
Connie said shout out to mom and said that's all your messages.
536.
Can you put us 531, 539 on a PFP in Skyway using 401 Robert?
I gotta give a shout out to my mom. She just texted me. I left her out. She's been with us since the beginning too, and hopefully her and all of her friends at Bel Ray are able to watch. So I was asking about the Super Bowl last night, who watched it. I didn't have any interest in either team winning. I just wanted to see a really good football game, and, well, maybe next year. As a Vikings fan, I'm used to saying that, but last night was not a very good football game. The Eagles really dominated. The score at the end didn't even really reflect how lopsided the game was, but I did not like the halftime show. Not a fan. Didn't even know who Kendrick Lamar was. I'd heard the name, but didn't know the music. And when he started singing about guns and stuff, I thought, hey, NFL can do better than this. But they didn't. How do you have Lady Gaga in the pregame singing the beautiful song that she sang, and then having what happened at halftime? I don't even know if you call that music or yelling and stomping around and lip syncing. So, anyway.
On his black jacket. Second party is wearing a white jacket and jeans. The third party is wearing a black jacket, green pants. They're leaving in the newer black Toyota RAV4. Northbound and right to the left. 44 advised.
Northbound on Rice. That was a theft from a Walgreens, and they're going the opposite way, and we're coming from way south of that. So unless they double back, we are not going to be in a position to help, but we'll see. You never know. Anyway, I'm getting off my soapbox. I just think we should do a better job. The NFL should do a better job of halftime show.
1627.
waiting. We're northbound on Marion. We're waiting. We're going to turn on Como. We're at the treacherous corner of Como, Marion, and Minnehaha. Sorry. My mind is frozen right now. But
4466.
Check the area. I'm not seeing any suspects matching the description. You can show me clear.
yeah, I agree, Sarah. I should have watched the Puppy Bowl. It probably would have been cuter and more exciting.
D295.
8295.
Keep moving on a call for a mid. So now, got a flag down by a parent at 2300 7th Street. Call for it.
Copy.
All right. We're now on Como, going westbound from Marion. In the Frogtown neighborhood. They have just a tremendous park there in Frogtown at the Frogtown Rec Center. In the summer, kids will be packed on the play fields, playing everything from
270,
soccer to
this
football.
is 285. If you could assist 170
And,
Southwestern, number 207.
Inside playing
Caller says
basketball.
that there's been a vehicle parked their lights on since 11 a.m. Gray Toyota, doesn't say it's occupied.
Great, I copy.
5629.
So I love, although I have a hard time watching the comments when I'm trying to drive, my lovely wife Ann would tell you I'm a bad enough driver without staring at the comments. But I really appreciate seeing people from other parts of the country or other countries all together. From Canada and Tennessee and Florida and where else did I see? But it's fun to have people watching.
Just the one single.
You got a plate, Delta Kilo Echo 113. Not sure.
I'm gonna let you in on a little
Definitely.
secret trick, this little secret police trick, but don't tell the bad guys that I told you this.
We're looking for local.
If it snowed 3 days ago or 2 days ago and a car hasn't moved and it's still covered in snow, it might be a stolen car. So there's your police tip for the day.
Copy 330.
And if it is snowing and you're gonna run from the police,
Great, 2 Tango, yourself and 361 Tango. Stay clear.
don't leave your footprints in the fresh snow.
Please.
In the part of the county where I live,
Copy.
over the last week, there was an explosion on the lake. Someone set off a kind of an improvised explosive device, some kids screwing around, but they put the drone up, and with the drone and the infrared, they could see where it happened, and they followed the footprints back to the house. So don't
382 Tango.
don't do that.
Yourself and 361 Tango can stay clear. The party has left the address. 3-2 Tango, copy.
I hope you all follow along in the comments so you can see where people are from that are watching us. We have backseaters that are all the way from Sweden and Australia and Russia.
3-2 Tango, copy.
You know, Canada to me is just like next door, so it doesn't seem that far away, even though it's another country. Had a good time up in Canada several times, fishing and vacationing in Ontario, and got to go to Saskatoon to do some training for the cops up there once, which was the best part about that was that the police headquarters was in a downtown building, and on the first floor was a Timmy Hortons donut shop. You can't do any better than that. So we are westbound on University at Dale, what's known as the Unidale area in the Rondo neighborhood. We're just gonna drive down here, kind of keep an eye out on the light rail that runs that's on the left side of us as you look at the screen is runs from downtown St. Paul to downtown Minneapolis, and they're currently trying to implement some strategies for improving the quality of the experience. How's that? Instead of saying trying to keep the knuckleheads off the light rail, we'll just say improve the quality of the experience on the ride. There was an article in the paper, I believe it was yesterday, saying that ridership is up and reported crime is down, so that's a good thing. They have their own police department, the Metro Transit Police Department. I think they have about 60, 70 officers right now who patrol the Metro Transit buses, light rail, bus stops, the light rail platforms, the transportation centers or the hubs at malls and in cities where the buses pick up and drop off, and they got some great cops working for them.
Go ahead.
Oh, 996 for 2288 13th Avenue East. The caller says they do not feel safe with their partner inside the house. They want them escorted out. Verbally aggressive. They are currently separated. 4'8" and 3/4. White male, 32 years old, wearing an orange sweater, sweatshirt, and black shorts.
3-4, copy. 197.
336.
Trying to look at the calls here while we're stuck at a red light. See what's pending here that we could stop by maybe. westbound on University. We're at Greg's right now by the Goodwill.
Three one.
3-1.
You have another squad, so like a few more people showed up and they're arguing right now.
Is there an additional start to?
380 on my way.
Okay.
Basic one single line route is up.
Copy.
Well, hopefully you can still hear me. It looks to me on my feed here like I may be freezing up. I think I am unfrozen now. It's kind of like being in a time machine. All of a sudden, boom.
I think.
Sending you a request for a
Wow, I think I am unfrozen now.
I think I got it.
All right. Well, we are at Pasco. We're right by Allianz Field. And the giant new loon statue. I don't know if it has a name. I should probably find that out. I think the loon should have a name. But the loon is the mascot for the Minnesota United Football Club. I'm assuming that's why they put the giant loon statue there. And maybe that's what the Vikings need. Maybe the Vikings need a giant Viking statue outside of U.S. Bank Stadium.
960's work.
Copy.
284 Tango, you can send me the stuff and I get it by.
2100 selling at famous footwear. 240.
So we're gonna drive north on Snelling here, up
369.
369.
this is an area out here that's had some little bit of problems recently with
I'll just drive home for video camera at the house.
drug use and drug dealing, but St. Paul PD's really cracking down on it, and it seems to be making a difference. Not sure what that was.
270.
You have the address to get you in Richmond.
Copy. 282 Tango is 7.
And did you add Minnesota license plate Edward Delta Foxtrot 392?
Copy the plate. And 282 Tango, you're 7.
So it's relatively
282 Tango, code 4.
Copy, go for it.
quiet out here. There aren't a lot of people walking around.
282 Tango.
Fine.
Clear with 271 Tango.
Which is good.
63.
It's find a firm to walk around, but to hang out and buy or sell drugs is not good.
You can send a hit and run on Plato to 271 Tango and myself.
Copy 90 West Plato at 1642.
The legislature is in session right now. For a while, there was some divide over a pending special election, and therefore the Democrats hadn't been showing up for the state legislature, and the Republicans had been having hearings without them, which I think didn't have any effect. I think you have to have both sides there, so they're redoing that. But there are a number of legislative initiatives that are important to us because they will dramatically improve public safety related to fleeing, enhanced penalties for fleeing, for tracking stolen vehicles, and just a number of other issues that will help us do our jobs more effectively and more efficiently as well. So whenever the legislature's in session, we try to closely follow what's going on, and when appropriate, Sheriff Fletcher or one of our staff will testify related to those bills. We're on Pierce Butler. It's kind of an interesting route that runs from Snelling to right by Dale, and allows you to get around quicker if you know how to.
Squads for 1700 EOT. Squad 132. Good night. 135. 138.
So you can hear the dispatcher taking a roll call of the St. Paul cars. I've talked about this before, but it's a historic thing with St. Paul where they check with them when it's time for them to go home to make sure they're going home and not still assigned to a call.
159.
So.
Which city one? Attempt 1546. 54. 356. 359.
People ask us a lot for our opinions on stuff that's going on federally or even politically, locally. We try to stay out of politics unless it's a public safety issue, and really, the ones that we can affect here locally and that allow us to have tools to better keep the public safe. Those are the ones that we care the most about and that we are willing to weigh in on. up now at Minnehaha, and I'm gonna cut over, maybe head over towards the east side.
Clear assisted release.
Yep.
North on Dale now. Cross over the railroad. We're at Como Front Dale, another one of the confusing intersections here, right by John's Pizza. John's Pizza is unbelievable. If you get a chance to go there, I highly recommend it.
Chevy.
I'm gonna cut north here on Western.
Probably could start for 1445 St. Paul Ave. 8-year-old didn't come home from school.
Oh, they just dispatched a call where an 8-year-old didn't come home from school, which generally means that they went to a friend's house instead of coming home and didn't tell their parents or get their parents' permission. And it's always a pain because you got to try to track the kid down.
180-177. Are you good if 184 comes and helps you out, or do you need all three of us?
.4 is fine for assisting. That works for me. I just need someone that's familiar with narcotics failure.
You copy 10-8, you can send me that last one.
Oh, he showed up, so I'm confused.
Copy. 10-8 your way, so you can send me 10-8.
Plus 262, 263.
Here. 263.
This medic with a man down at the exit ramp 35 in University.
So We're still north on Western here. We're going to come up to Maryland.
1652. 279-278, copy the call, and anyone East Arch on DOT.
Trying to keep an eye on pending calls here. But there aren't any in our area. Just gonna do a swing down here.
What, 279?
Check on 444 Maryland, which is has
Has
been a problem spot for troops. For I say our troops, St. Paul, really, but we've assisted them on several incidents with fights and shots fired.
262, I'm 2 blocks away. Just leave me on it, please. Thank you.
Copy that.
Around the block here. I couldn't see the whole parking lot coming through, so I'm gonna come around and then go back down so I can see the other side.
179.
Yeah.
Anybody's wondering, I do not have the get out of the car with my camera that Bob displayed on Friday night. I'm still stuck in the car. I could carry my phone out, but it's not made for that. By the way, coming up to Maryland. Yeah, we're just coming around the other side of the store that we were checking on before. Relatively quiet.
435 copy, GOA at 6358.
GOA is gone on arrival, so you might have like loud music from a car or a person being disorderly, and you get there and they're gone. They left, so then you clear with GOA. Gone on arrival.
Do close the actual report when you say.
Copy.
Putting on a line, spot for report.
6059.
Had to get a drink of water there. Cross over Interstate 35E and into the east side of St. Paul here, which means I have to change my radio channel. Friday night, if you were watching live on patrol, you saw that there were shots fired at the saloon bar over here on it, and
Protect 10 West Exchange. A cop's not on this afternoon. There's a female inside of a vehicle with the windows down for the past 2 hours. She does appear to be breathing. The green 4-door with the black streak on the side in front of the building.
And
532 copy.
you probably saw we were sitting on the suspect vehicle while Bob and Pat and St. Paul officers were talking to the victim and witnesses, and after
Copy
we
that.
left,
532, 535, you can disregard.
they did get the suspect
532 copy, thank you.
in custody at the bar. I'm
Well,
not
we
really
have you
sure.
both. I have another call downtown at 210th Street East. There's somebody pulling on the apartment door handle for the last 20 minutes. Same as Flex. He's a black male, 45 years old. Their caller called from a 911 only phone that hung up.
I'm not sure why he came back to the bar apparently, but he was arrested and they conducted a show up of him, and the victim identified him, and my assumption is that he was charged. St. Paul was handling the case, so we're on Maryland, approaching Payne now. Tom, the shots were fired at the saloon. I believe it's called the St. Paul Saloon on the east side off of Wilson. Not to be confused
traffic. 361. Nebraska with Bravo, Tango, Tango, 402.
So you got a lot of respect for people who work outside for a living in this kind of cold weather. Construction workers and line workers.
I'm just on the road on that alarm. I can take it and advise.
Trying to think of, just anybody who has to work out when it's this cold. I mean, granted, you can dress warm and whatever, but it's bone-chilling cold, and you gotta cover up any exposed skin.
To copy the Wolford check 176 South Robert. Go ahead.
Show myself then 5521 Road 264 goods for a overly disorderly male.
Copy.
So those are Roseville squads. They're out at the new Dick's Sporting Goods in Rosedale Mall for a, they said overly disorderly male. I guess that's like aggravated disorderly. If disorderly's a misdemeanor, aggravated should be at least a gross misdemeanor, if not a felony. That's a joke, of course, but I'll tell you, it's people who are just dead set on being disorderly can really disrupt a business or a neighborhood. We're still eastbound on Maryland. We're going to come up to White Bear. We're passing the Roosevelt townhomes.
Doing a PCN at 2315 Anchor Drive. Be advised, I won't have radio signal in the building.
Copy. Was injured by mom or caller disconnected, refused to answer any more questions.
262 copy. 263 copy.
728.
Squad 282 Tango.
Wait, 2 single.
Comments 271 Tango. Cancel 262.
262 clear.
Copy, thank you guys.
So we're gonna go northbound here on Whitebear Avenue.
271 Tango,
And,
cancel 263.
See
263 clear.
if we can't find.
263, copy, thank you.
Most parts, just be advised we have a new caller on a 911 only phone. It's a female saying a male put his hands on her and has a gun on him. There was looks like now we might have a third caller. Somebody saying that they're calling the police. Party might be an Antonio Granger Roselle.
So that calls in downtown St. Paul, and which it's quite a ways off from where we are right now.
Affirmative 306.
Thank you. You can have 532 this year.
532 is clear.
532, copy, thank you. Traffic. 361. Go ahead.
Prosperity Parkway with Lima Kilo Juliet 250.
Okay. What's back?
We're gonna head over that way. He said the vehicle's slow to stop. We're not too far away, so.
Maybe get a photo of Mr. Granger. 364 miles south is 1341 Barclay. Yep.
We're kind of stuck behind a bus here.
271 Tango, copy anybody from Arctic 14 or MRAC. ECN.
For this male, for possession of a firearm, body only out of Ramsey. And Emmerich, if you're monitoring, can you push out a photo?
260, I'm having computer issues. Can you put me back on the call, please?
Copy. Is there a central box that copies as well?
30 copy.
Mom's requesting medics for scratches as well. Medics are assigned at 3030 Southbound Drive, 163. 85-year-old male, conscious breathing, deep belly x-ray, having upper right extremities, pain, and 764.
My owner code 4 my custom.
I copy.
So we're gonna be arriving soon here on this traffic stop.
301 Whitebear Avenue near Barnes and Noble for an accident.
Copy B.
Didn't see him at first, but now I do.
code 4. Code 4.
his driver is a young girl who's apparently never been stopped and was looking for a safe place to pull over, and that's why she was slow to stop. But he said he was good to go, and I'm very cognizant of trying to stop and back up squads, even if something seems like it's been taken care of. A lot of times it hasn't been, and the officer thinks everything's going well, then all of a sudden
daughter left with the mail. I don't know if this is a new occurrence or an old one. I'm checking with the TC.
Squad 282 Tango copies. Have we confirmed who the caller is?
sometimes it can go bad really quick.
Like the
I've
first
had
one
it
is
happen.
a son or daughter, but nobody is giving us any information.
Okay.
Copy the 911.
Right.
Walk back. 1355
So we are, our gun unit folks are pumping out some intel that obviously I can't disclose here on live, but just so you know, in case you're wondering,
262.
Nicole and Sarah and Ashley are hard at work pumping out info to help keep everybody safe.
Looks like there might be that older model Cadillac just north of the address, parked in front of the address on the north side.
Probably older model Cadillac parked just north of the address.
Have medic stage.
Affirmative.
Minnesota Play Hotel Zulu Foxtrot 320.
Steve.
So we're going to be going back northbound on White Bear Avenue. Saw there on there's a pediatric dentistry place. I may be a little old, but I'm definitely a baby when it comes to going to the dentist, so I wonder if they would take me as a patient. We're going to be crossing over into the city of Maplewood here, going north on White Bear. Buddies are running out. There's a group of kids there that always will come out and wave, that are junior backseaters, I would call them. And one of the young men there had his bike stolen a couple of years ago, and the backseaters pitched in and got him a new bike. I don't know what this
Did you want me to call
shuttleman lady's doing here.
You hang. Neighbors out of town callers walking her dogs off the open up their driveway. She's going through a sober house, like my late 20s.
Already placed 4492 on the APD. He's aware.
Copy. Do we have any description of this now?
When we get to a safe spot, I'm going to stop this white SUV in front of me because he is speeding and he is running the red light there. So,
Choose one tango.
Is there more tango?
Cop is saying that suspect left in a similar vehicle, Cadillac Holder, blue in color, probably heading to Little Canada.
New message. New
Copy
message.
that. I'll let their dispatcher know that you're out.
gonna run him quick because he's not the registered owner of the vehicle. Just to make sure his license is good.
4488.
4488.
10 line off duty. We got a DOC at the mall using Zoomies. Code 4. No need for a second. Thank you.
New message. New message.
Huh. Alright, well, he's got a valid license, and it lists this car to him, but the name on the registration's different. It's interesting. Oh, well. Like I said, his license is valid, so I'm going to give him his license back and get out of traffic here.
Prosperity and Frost with David Norrick.
Prosperity and Frost is
4472, I'll be out with 53.
Received.
Alrighty. He was very appreciative of the warning rather than getting a citation. Back northbound on White Bear here, coming up to Raditz, and then Beam. Left-hand side is Maplewood Mall that we are driving past, and on our right-hand side
you can do the other
is an
455
Aldi's store. As we go up here, we're going to check on a hotel parking lot up here that we frequently find troublemakers and stolen vehicles in.
and 3909.
3934.
Intersection of McKnight and South on a suspicious caller is anonymous, stating there's a male that's sleeping in a vehicle that attempted to come in their house. Also stating that the male has a warrant. He's a Hispanic male, heavy build, in a black Mazda parked near the dumpster.
New message.
And they also said he possibly
New
has
message.
34 squads, copy.
1728.
frequently drive through parking lots of hotels and check for stolen cars and people that are wanted.
$92.72. Phone call request.
New
The caller
message.
is wanting to speak with an officer
New
regarding her
message.
son staying at someone's house over the weekend.
New message.
And him being allowed to use drugs by the adult that was there.
7-2 copy.
1730.
Alright, we're back out on County Road D, headed westbound.
Could you please add Minnesota temp tag 03609-103?
Copy of 1730.
That's very good. Copy both arrests, but disorderly 851 Magnolia Avenue East. 1731.
Just looking through here and seeing what calls are impending and
279, copy both arrests. 240 to the west, 11.
not seeing anything that we want to go to, or that's nearby, I should say.
$59.54.
Go ahead.
Ticket number for a parking complaint.
Copy. Do you want to go there?
No, you can just assign me one and I'm code 4.
So as we're driving, we're always looking for stolen vehicles.
New message.
5522.
5522.
Transfer one of those.
For a white Nissan Pathfinder that was involved in a theft case.
Go ahead.
Zebra David John 570.
Copy.
Doesn't say what kind of theft it was. If it was shoplifting or it's not an auto theft because it would say that. But anyway,
488.
Go ahead.
You can clear me in the back and off duty. Thanks.
Copy.
Punch back, carry up Lake Bear and lacrosse.
31.
3, info to all the other squad. I'm about to tear it out.
Great, 666 well.
Sometimes you will hear the dispatcher, in the interest of officer safety, they will request another squad and just to head to that call until it's code 4. But a lot of times you'll hear the squad get on the air and say, "Oh, I'm good," because they realize they have it under control and don't want to tie up another squad. We're going to go north here on Highway 61. For a little bit, and then get on 694 and head more over towards the middle of our contract cities. Then get on 690.
6-6, you can be clear.
166, copy. You can send this to the 911 out.
As you can see, it's starting to get dark here. And I don't like it when it gets dark early. To me, this is early. Obviously, we're past the transition to spring, and the days are starting to get longer, but it still seems early when it's getting dark at 5:30 Central Time.
Vehicle's going to be in the parking lot of 2220 South.
We are in the left turn lane to go westbound on 694 from Highway 61. This is one of the longer lights in the area, but I still think we might make it. Make a light like that's you gotta wait for a long time, I just feel like celebrating, like throwing my arms up and joy, like I just won the Daytona 500 or something.
Burns with message report that on the street. Got it.
On the northern edge of Ramsey County. It goes a little further north, but we're crisscrossing it here from east to west on Interstate 694, which is the bypass that goes around St. Paul and Minneapolis. like somehow I got hijacked by discussion over fried chicken and what's the best fried chicken. And I give you credit because, you know, it's an important topic. But I love roasted chicken anywhere I can get it. I ate a lot of Kentucky Fried Chicken as a kid. We had a big family, so we used to get that. It was easy, I think. People swear by Popeye's chicken. I know you don't have it in other parts of the country, but Lund's at Byerly's here has some awesome fried chicken in their deli.
Medical at 1159 emergency room something controlled now with a head hemorrhage.
Copy.
So I don't know if you heard that call, but it
Victoria Vasquez at 1257.
sounded like it was at a urgent care. People go to the urgent care for stuff that they should go to the hospital for sometimes, and then we get called and have to go assist. The only thing that's probably going to get you less qualified medical attention than urgent care is having the cops show up. Calling an ambulance for you. So I don't want to encourage people to go to the hospital for colds and minor stuff, but if you have a head injury, you should go to the hospital. Take someone who's been shot, they throw them in the car and drive them to the urgent care instead of to a hospital. And all that does is delay your medical care.
Fire on the location. Is there anything going on here?
CO detector sounding in 106.
Copy.
So there's not as much traffic as there usually would be here, so I wonder how many people took off today because they took part in drinking a little too much last night for the Super Bowl. Just a thought.
put my PFP in pending, please? Start me to investigate. Use 987 pain. You can get an additional squad, please.
It's relatively quiet, but I have an appointment, so I will see you next Friday. I might see you before on Wednesday. I won't see you on Friday, I don't think, but I will see you again next Monday. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope everyone has a good night. Stay warm, especially if you're in Minnesota or anywhere colder. And thanks again, and remember to be kind to each other. Thank you.